Hi, my name's Jan and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can catch me over on Facebook, on Puddlecraft, or you can leave me a comment below if you have any questions. Today I thought we'd play with the penguin place. Now I've seen an awful lot of demos use tulle in the shaker cards, so I thought we'd give it a go as well. So these are the cards. Now this is my third attempt at making this video. My first attempt had no sound. My second attempt I was in time lapse, so it was a very quickened version. You can actually see anything. Well, you could see everything, but very quickly. So this is my third attempt, so hopefully you might even get some instructions this time. And I'm changing it up every time I do it. So this is, and I've made a few mistakes along the way, so I'll give you some tips of my mistakes so you not to do them as well. This is actually stuck on. So this is just a shaker card, and as you can see, that's one using the netting. This is one using the tulle. So that's what we're going to be making. We're going to be using the penguin place, which comes as a bundle. It's actually in your mini catalogue at the moment on page 33, I want to say. Yeah, 33, and it comes as a bundle and you save 10% if you buy it as a bundle. So first of all we need 3 penguins. So if you chop up, I don't think I've got enough. I should have. I just chop that bit off. So you literally slide. Just chop that bit off. And a scrap piece of paper. Yeah, there you go. A scrap piece of paper. You slide that in. That will give you the body. And then we want that piece of white, like that, which will make the body. And then we want some feet, which I've used pumpkin pie. Where's the feet? So you're going to glue all that together, well obviously 2 feet, and then I printed on my penguin's eyes. I've actually got 3 that I've already made for you to save time. So I've given mine a scarf. I've put 2 eyes on mine. I've put this nose on, or you could have a heart nose, or you could have a round nose, or a more pointed nose. You could actually stamp the feet on instead of popping them out with a punch. You could give them a bow instead of a scarf, but I wanted mine to be outside, so mine have all got a scarf on. You could actually stamp the hat on and you could fussy cut the hat out, or you could give them some reindeer antlers and fussy cut them out, or you could stamp them on, stamp out a few presents, put a couple of presents underneath. It's endless what you can do with a stamp set. So that's my penguins done. So we've got them all sorted. Then of course your punch just closes up and you can pop it away. Right, so now we need to do the main card. So the main card is actually A4 cut in half, 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and then I've scored it at 4 1/8. My grey piece over the top is 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. I've now taken my second largest layering circles and I've popped it, turn that round, popped it there, and pop that through the big shot, which is now giving me this. And the two pieces that I've got left, this is where I've changed it up a bit in this one. So I've got a grey piece and a blue piece left. I've now taken the matching piece, well, the one under in the scallops, and cut that out of the blue piece. So that's given me that, so I'm now going to put that against that, like that. And also I've taken a piece of scrap paper and used the largest circle and the circle that I've cut out the hole with here. I'll just use this to show you. So I've cut out this circle. So I've used this, cut out this circle, and then I've gone around the top of it, which has given me a frame from the blue. So you just need a scrap piece of blue. It's given me a frame for the blue, which I'm now going to put round the front, which I think finishes it off. So that's all the cutting done there. You don't need the circles anymore. That's all the cutting done in the circles. And you've got a spare. You can keep that for a future project. You don't need that one. Right, for the inside, what you need is your, I mean you can cut a rectangle. I actually use my rectangles. I stitched rectangles, and I've gone underneath and just found one that fitted. I then cut a piece out in the smoky slate, so that fits that, and that's going to go on my inside down here, so you can't see it. This is where I've changed it, because I think on one of these I used white. I didn't like the white, so I've changed it up again. So that's all ready. So I've got all the pieces lined up. So we're going to do some embossing. First of all, I'm going to emboss in white on the circle. And I'm going to emboss Merry Christmas, which comes from the snowman season. And this is in the main catalogue. This is carried over from last year. And it's this stamp. No, it's not this stamp here at all. It's perfectly plaid. It was that stamp there. That's actually on this card here. See, I've had them all out. This stamp comes from Merry Christmas. It comes from Perfectly Plaid. It's still in the main catalogue, and it's still a carryover from last year. And we're going to stamp that with Versamar. If you happen to have one of these lying about, feel free to use it. If not, you can use a tumble dryer sheet. Just get rid of all your sticky fingerprints. Or a swifter. Sometimes I've got a swifter. And I'm just going to emboss that in white. And then if you've got any loose bits hanging around, like those bits there, if you get rid of them before you actually put the gun on them. There we go. Now I will say this is one of the mistakes that I made. This is why I'm doing it on circles now, is because I did it directly on the card. I actually did it in silver last time. did it directly on the card, and it kind of warped my card, and I didn't like that. Although it's nice, you can see through it. It's better in white, I found, but I didn't like the fact it warped my card a little bit, so this is why I'm doing it on a circle. So it's up to you. You can either do it directly on the card or just go the extra steps. So I will fast forward this bit just while I put the heat gun on. There we go. Merry Christmas. Right, and then some stamping. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull out Pacific Point and Night of Navy. So I'm going to put in some mountains. Well, somewhere for the penguins to sit on. I'll just put in 3 mountains. Just anywhere for them to sit on. Now I've just got an old blender brush here. I'm just going to blend in a bit of Pacific Point because it's cold where penguins are. They're not going to be sat in the grass. That's it. Right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some snowflakes on here. Snowflakes are from the penguin place. And we're just going to pop these on with Night of Navy. Just dotted around the place. There we go. Over. So that's that bit done. Right, now we want to. So I already have. I'm going to use the net. I'm going to use the tool today. So we want to pop that bit on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my stamping seal. I'm just going to go round in a circle. Like that. I've already cut mine to size. And that's another warning. When you're cutting it to size, especially on the blue piece, do not go more than your grey piece. Ask me how I know. Just another little tip. So you want to lay that down on there, but lay it down so it's actually fairly tight. And it will just catch very easily. There we go. And then we want to turn this piece over and do the same on this piece. So what I did was I actually measured it on this piece and then just cut another piece out exactly the same, which was far easier. there. That's not. You don't want any wrinkles in it. There we go. That's fairly tight, no wrinkles. And then this is just excess, you can just cut off. Big pair of scissors. I don't need that, but there we go. Right. So what I'm going to use is the sequins. These are from the mini catalogue. Put some sequins in the middle. And then if you're anything like me, I'm just using up retired stock. If you've been a demo or you've been a customer, I've still got some snowflakes left over from last year, so I'm just putting some of them in because I've got so many of them. There are other sequins in the catalogue. We do have boxes of these sequins, so you could pop in some orange, yellow, gold, depending on what you were doing. They're carried over. I think we need a little bit more. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich this on top of this, like that. So I'm going to wet glue it. Make sure none of your netting. Don't need to wet glue that, there's a bit of netting. Just use a bit of wet glue. I thought I had, after me telling you to make sure, I thought I had made sure and I haven't. Mine is now sticking out. Just cut this bit off. I need that. There we go. Make sure you got it straight. So, right. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a couple of dabs of, doesn't take a lot, just to stick that circle back on there. Which I've lost. There it is. There we go. Like that. That's a shaker element. This is going to get stuck on to here. You want this flat in your card because this is going to go where your shaker bit is. And then to make sure that it's going to sit properly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this side like that. So what I've done is that's my Merry Christmas. I want that to show on the front. So that's there. So if I turn that round, you'll be able to see. And just close up with the card and it'll pick it up. That's your Merry Christmas, and where you sign is going to go down here, so you're not having this bit shown over there. You're going to put the back of it on here. You're going to put a piece of glue on there like that. Make sure it's straight. And then fold over your card and pick it up. Now if you're using the organza, it doesn't, the Merry Christmas won't show in as much as the tulle, because it's much finer, much much sparkly. Right, and for the penguins, I want them all holding hands. Now, on one of my cards, I made the mistake, this one. I put 2 dimensionals on each penguin. Obviously, this penguin in the middle here with the dimensional on, the sparkles all stick to the dimension. Don't make that mistake. So this one only requires 1 down the bottom. Well, you could actually, I suppose, put 1 if you near the, you could put 2 on there. Just put it, as long as it doesn't go into the netting. Two there. Those 2 there. I want them all holding hands. Those 2 there. Those 2 there. My trusty Hoover, get rid of these pieces because it says I'm ending up on the floor. Right, so that's that one. So I think that's a much better idea now, putting the Merry Christmas, because I didn't like the fact it was plain inside. You could stamp the inside. As I say, you could emboss it, but I didn't like the fact it was warped. You could stamp the inside. Nothing to stop me just stamping the inside. I prefer it in this smoky slate, the same as the front now, instead of the white. So by the 4th attempt, I think I've nailed it. So that's your card for today. So let's put the one I think I've nailed at the top. So what do you prefer? The tulle or the organza? You can let me know. I'd love to see if you've actually managed to make one using the tulle or the organza. You can tag me. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.